Good evening. I'd like to call the regular City Council meeting for Tuesday, October 1st, 2024 to order. Please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Are there any additions or corrections to the agenda?
No, sir.
Seeing none, I'll move the agenda. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, we have an agenda. This evening under presentations, proclamations, and acknowledgments, I'd like to call up Mr. Schultz, Park and Rec, for an announcement.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor and council members. I just wanted to remind all of you and the community at large about the Oktoberfest event that we are planning here in Rosemount. The event will take place on Saturday, October 12th from 12 noon till 7 p.m. The City of Rosemount is partnering with Omni Brewing and North 20, both located here in town. We are putting together a day of music, having a beer garden, having a variety of games, and also some food trucks. So some of the things that are going to be going on, we're going to have axe throwing. We have a vendor coming in that will be providing the facility for that. We will have cornhole bags opportunities. We will have some bonfire pits to keep people warm in case the weather is chilly that day. From noon to 4 p.m. we'll have the Dale Pexa Polka Band. And then from 4 to 7 p.m. we have a band called the White Keys. We'll also have, for food options, we will have a pretzel vendor. We will have a brat truck. We'll have, I always get this one wrong, Nazi's Grill, who I saw was in town here today and is from Rosemount. We'll have the Egg Roll Queen and Muddy Tiger for food options, and then they're also looking at bringing in a hot dog cart for families, things like that. And so this is our first year doing this event. We are excited to have the partners of North 20 and Omni. They have experience with big community events. They've been part of Leprechaun Days in the past, and I know Omni up in their Maple Grove facility just held an Oktoberfest this past weekend with the city of Maple Grove and had a successful event. Just an update that the R cups that we'll be selling are washed. They're not just straight out of the Food Truck Fest. We did take the R cups and get them all clean. So we will have R cups again at this event. So we ask people as they come to the event, those are not souvenir cups. Those are recyclable, reusable cups that we need back, and that we hope people don't take those home and collect those. And so with that, again, I don't know if I mentioned it, but the event will be at Central Park in the area that in the past we have housed the beer garden for things like Leprechaun Days, Food Truck Fest, barbecue rib event, things like that. So with that, I can answer any questions if there are any, and if not, we hope to see everyone there.
Open to council. Anything? Look forward to seeing everyone there.
Sounds great.
All right.
Thank you.
Should be perfect fall weather for it. Yeah.
Let's hope.
All right.
All right.
All righty, thank you. That completes item 3. We'll move to item 4, response to public comment. I understand we do not have anything to respond this evening to. And then we'll move to item 5, public comment. Anyone wishing to come before council at this time to express any concerns or comments may do so at that time. If you do so, please state your name and address and your comments.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Council. Thank you. My name is Debbie Benson. My address is 13702 Brookview Path in Rosemont. I'm here today to make sure all the elected officials here are aware of what went on out at Harmony Villas. I'm not going to look at my notes because I've been dealing with this for 6 years. My husband and I moved there in October of 2018. We were the first residents there. This was a Mark Elliott home development. We just finished the development with the help of the rest of the money that the city had. However, it still cost my neighbors over $56,000. And we're kind of struggling with this because the cost was for asphalt, because he never finished the second lift. And I will say Mark Passvogel did die in April of 2023. So that kind of put a damper on a lot of things as well. However, we had a lot of trouble before that was ever done. My first time contacting the city of Rosemont was March of 2019. So it was just a few months after we had moved in. Our sidewalk had settled and caved in because of improper installation of it. Since then, there's been 8 of us that have replaced sidewalks, patios on new properties. We've also had 7 people have roof issues. I'm assuming we inspect roofs. I don't know. I don't know if they are. But we've had leaks and improper installation of the vents. So that has been an ongoing problem for us. One of the other things that I did want to state today is I've had numerous meetings with the former mayor, with Bill, and with Jeff. I've met with Logan, Nick, and the state legislator, John Hewitt. I've also contacted the Department of Commerce, the Department of Labor and Industry, the Attorney General's office. It's been kind of a joke, I mean, how everything has been handled out there, because all I keep getting from all of them at the state is, well, you should hire an attorney. I'm going, well, what do you do for the citizens of Minnesota? I don't feel I should have to hire an attorney. I'm telling you things that are going on and nothing gets done. I would like to ask the city of Rosemont, at one meeting that we did have, I was told if a builder does something one time in 6 months, that keeps it an active build. Is that correct? I don't know. That was mentioned to me, and I just, if that's true, I would think that would have to be something that should be looked at a little bit better. The other thing that I would like to say is I do appreciate that the city did help us out with the rest of that money. However, I still have a problem with us having to pay for this street and trees as a commitment that Mark had made to the city. None of us had signed that agreement. We became residents of Rosemont, not the overseers of the project, I didn't think. So that was kind of a surprise to us. I've even come down to City Hall. I did get a site plan. I shouldn't even know what that is. I do now. I've read it word for word. And in that site plan, it says we were supposed to have 5 streetlights per phase. We have 4. I have been to numerous meetings at the City Hall saying our street is really dark. We have no lights by our mailbox. Nothing was ever done about that, and I've never understood why that's never been looked into, but I did check on prices for ourselves if we have to do that, and it's another $7,000, $8,000. So I guess with us having to pay for a lot of things that we've already had to pay for, I really don't want to have to pay for more. I also would like to say that the city still has $63,500 in as-built money, and our community would each like to have our as-built done. I always thought that was supposed to be done when we moved in. I don't know that for sure, but that's what I've been told. I would have hoped that Mark would have had some type of insurance, or that builders have some type of insurance, so that this doesn't happen to another community in this, or to another subdivision in this community. That's pretty much what I want to say. I just wanted on the record that this has been going on, and I really don't want to see it happen to anybody else. I truly don't.
Well,
Thanks for your time.
We know he won't be building anymore,
Well, he won't,
but his
but
company's
he's not
still
the
around.
only builder that does stuff like that. There's more.
We'll have staff take a look at the items that you brought up this evening, and we'll get back to you accordingly.
Thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else? Oh, we got somebody else coming up. Ooh, 2 for the, yeah.
I'm Barbara Jukic, and I'm a resident at 13700 Brook Path. And I'm following up with Debbie. I moved into that property on April of 2021 and had drainage issues on the landscaping that caused ultimately mold in the rocks, musty smelling in my house that there was no place for the water to go when we had lots of snow up until 2023, we know that. So whenever it rained, I literally wanted to put little rubber ducks out on the side of my property and in the back because there was so much standing water. It was annoying. And I started emailing the city and the builder, Mark Elliott, in 2021, only to be denied by the builder. Oh, it's been done. The city would come back and say, and that would be Nick, the city would come back and say, that's right, it's not done. I'd go back, I have a long, long thread showing the as-built that it's still not done. Ultimately, after 3 years of trying to get resolution, we got the drainage thing taken care of privately because he passed away. I couldn't handle the drainage anymore. It already forced me to spend about $6,500 on replacing concrete that he was supposed to replace when I moved in. And now I have a $15,000 bill that is going to come to me as an assessment because he never did the work that he was supposed to do. So I'm bringing this to the city council. There's nothing you can do to help me, but going forward, but yes, Mark Elliott can never do this again, but other builders have the same practices. And I don't know what it's like to sit on a city council and hear things, but I would like to know that the city council can do better, be a little bit more aware of what builders do and hold them accountable. Instead of just saying, you're right, it's not done, and after 3 years of emailing, I would expect something to be done. We did have the mayor show up at our board meeting a couple years ago, which I thought, great, we got support. Nothing changed. So I am here in Rosemount by choice. I will stay in Rosemount by choice. I just want our city council to know that residents trust you and want help when we can get help and not just pushed off. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else wishing to come before council this evening? All right, seeing no one, we'll consider the public comment closed, and we'll be responding to those comments later. Item number 6 up, consent agenda. We have 5 items: bill listings, minutes from our September 17th regular meeting, authorization item for the 2025 street improvement project, revisions to the resolution approving a variance at 4101 145th Street West, and the appointment of election judges for our November 5th, 2024 general election. Anyone wish to pull anything for further discussion? Seeing none, anyone wish to move the consent agenda?
So moved. I'll second.
I have a motion by Klimpel, second by Fresky. Roll, please.
Essler,
Aye.
Klimpel,
Aye.
Weisensell,
Aye.
Tyson,
Aye.
Fresky.
Aye.
Consent agenda is passed 5-0. That completes item 6. We'll move on to 7, which we have no public hearings this evening. Moving on to 8, unfinished business, which we have none this evening. New business 9, which we have none this evening. And we'll move to announcements. Look to city staff. Mr. Martin.
Thank you, Mayor. I have nothing additional to add tonight.
And then we'll move to 10B, upcoming community events. We have our fall cleanup coming on October 5th from 8 to 12 at Erickson Park, Saturday. The Environmental and Sustainability Commission will meet on October 8th, next Tuesday from 5 to 7 at City Council. 6 to 7 at City Council. There's a Connemara Akron Roundabout Open House hosted, I believe, by the county. This area is getting a planned roundabout, and so residents are asked to come out and see that and provide any input related to that. That's on October 9th from 5 to 7. It does not say where. Is that
You're in the chambers.
here in the City Hall chambers? And then this evening you heard Oktoberfest, October 12th on Saturday, 2024, 12 to 7 at Central Park. The next day, the fire safety open house will be at Fire Station number 2. That'll be held from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's an exciting event for our residents and particularly our young kids. The Port Authority will have their meeting on October 15th from 6 to 7 p.m. And our next city council meeting is October 15th, 7 to 8 p.m. Are there any additions, any additional business to come before council? Chief.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the council. Just real quick, since it's the start of October, I just want to remind residents and staff that it's the Pink Patch Project month for the police department. So as you can see on my shoulder, we designed a new pink patch this year that includes a leprechaun and a clover with the state of Minnesota. That patch is now being sported by some of our officers as well as some of our past designs throughout the month of October. Just to remind people, we've got several fundraising initiatives surrounding Pink Patch, and all that money goes to the American Cancer Society at the end of the month. You're going to see a lot of us at the Pink Out game this Friday at the Rosemont High School football game. We have the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer walk on October 12th at the Mall of America that people are invited to. We are also doing the 3rd annual Pink Patch collector show at RCC towards the end of the month. So they're all great events to come out and support, bring your family. If you'd like to purchase any of the merchandise, it's at the, you can come to the front police desk during regular business hours, and yeah, just a good month.
Wanted to check, Kick for the Cure.
Yes.
Do I got 2 standing in for me or 1?
You've got one standing in for you. I resigned my position.
Okay.
To Councilmember Tyson to represent the city of Rosemont, and my donations are going towards his funding.
Oh, you did?
There you go.
All right.
So, for residents, last year they had a cure for the cancer, Kick for the Cure. I was fortunate, it was kind of a mayor event, but they've opened it up, particularly when mayors are going through their surgery.
Through knee surgery.
Knee surgery tomorrow. So Councilmember Tyson is stepping up and will represent the city. You got some big shoes to fill.
Yeah, I heard.
You got to beat 20 out of 25 is what the deal was last year. So
Pretty good, yeah.
beat that. I think that's the mark. And then please take the opportunity to look up and donate. Both trophies were here in Rosemont last year, and so one for being the best kicker and the other for money raising. So please help out
Yeah.
Councilmember Tyson.
I'll be doing that this Saturday, actually, at 9 o'clock at TCO, the practice field, the Vikings practice field. So wish me luck.
Good luck.
Yeah.
All righty. With that, if there is nothing else to come before council this evening, I'll move to adjourn. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you.